If you don't understand what is happening right now, you very clearly have not been watching Grace Helbig. Cheers! Whew! Sup biddies? Today is a coveted biddy book review video. And no, I'm not just wearing this owl onesie for fun, though to be honest, if I weren't filming this video, I would still be wearing the owl onesie. Today we're talking about Grace's Guide, The Art of Pretending to be a Grown-Up by none other than Grace Helbig, also known as It's Grace, formerly known as Daily Grace, also the host of Not Too Deep with Grace Helbig, formerly known as Just the Tip with Grace Helbig. I listen to too many podcasts. Grace Helbig, the YouTuber and comedian, just came out with her book, Grace's Guide, and it is so good, you guys. I've been watching Grace for like 4 or 5 years now, and I can't believe that I'm tangibly holding a book that she wrote, because I mean, when I started watching her, I had no idea that she was gonna become this huge, amazing thing, and it's just it's so amazing to see this. Well done, Helbig. Grace talks about a variety of subjects in the book. The one that seems to be the most talked about by the fans is her large section on anxiety. She talks about her social anxiety, her just general anxieties, realizing that she had anxiety, acknowledging what that is and what it meant. And then the great thing about the book is that every chapter she gives you tips for what she's talking about and then gives you an acronym to remember all the tips. My personal favorite acronym was Dance Crotch, which was in the How to Get Over a Hangover chapter. I'm gonna remember that. And Grace has some very good tips to give you. For instance, my favorite tip that she gives was about anxiety, and it was to dance it out. And she said in the book that she likes to dance it out to Shake It Off by Florence and the Machine. And I do that, and that's one of my favorite songs. Relatability. That's what Grace has to offer. Other gems in this book include Grace's mom providing words of wisdom at the end of every other chapter. And that's not a joke. It's Grace's real mom, who if you've never seen before, stop watching this video and just Google a video where Grace has her mom in it, because she is the most adorable human. My personal favorite words of wisdom were, remember, everyone is trying to make their way in the world, so don't be that speedboat that splashes everyone as you go by. Be the elegant sailboat that leaves everyone with their mouths open saying, wow, that's only if you can afford a boat. That's real. That's a real thing that made it into a book. And it's quirky things like that that are both comedic, genuine, and very helpful that make this book so wonderful, because it's so clearly Grace's voice in that way. She always says that she likes to consider herself the big sister to her audience, and I feel that is very true with this book. And I have already genuinely had an experience where I have said one of Grace's tips in my brains. I went to a party last weekend, and I tend to do this thing where I talk myself out of going to a party if I don't know that I'm going to know a lot of people there. That's the only time that I get anxious in social situations, is if I don't know anybody there, if I'm gonna be on my phone in the corner the whole time, if I'm gonna be that weird person, or I'm only gonna know one person and they're the host. I literally ran into this situation a couple weekends ago at a birthday party, and I just said to myself, you're going, this is happening, which is one of Grace's tips in her chapter on how to be a guest at a party, and it very seriously helped. It was one of those things where then I went and I had a great time, and I was so thankful to have that kind of to say to myself. And yes, could I have said that to myself without Grace's help? Yes, but having just read that, it just made sense and it clicked, and that's something that I'm gonna try and hold on to in the future. And then you go from that, and you can also just learn how to decorate like an adult. There's a whole chapter on decorating like an adult. Overall, she just covers a huge spectrum of topics, so there is something in this book for you, whether it's about balancing work and play, which is another huge thing for me, whether it's saying yes to positive experiences like dates, things like that. She's just brilliant, and I think that this book is very, very good, and I think it's also something that you can read and not feel stupid about reading, because I feel a lot of people have a stigma about reading self-help books, but this is also a humor book. It's both. So I can't recommend it enough. I think it's really phenomenal, and you can go and order it on gracesguidebook.com, or you can just go to a store and pick it up because it's out now. It's out. And yes, Grace and I have the same onesie, and yes, I found this out while reading it in this onesie. I'm not gonna lie, it was a fangirl moment. And that's all I have to say about Grace's guidebook. Thank you, Grace, for making something so relatable. The last piece of business before I let you go is that we have selected the giveaway winner for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. If you commented and entered, thank you so much for entering. And the winner is Lillian Lapoint. Congratulations on winning. I'll be messaging you, so look out for your YouTube inbox, Google it. And if you didn't win, there's actually a promotion going on my Society 6 right now for free shipping and $5 off of any item. So just use the specific link below. That's the only way you can get it. Use the link below and enter that, and you will get merch for cheaper. Who doesn't love that? Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. The battery on my camera is dying, and that is why I'm speaking so fast, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Oh my god.